We got a fun February clay tournament in Brazil with 2026 Rio Open. This is going to be the draw reaction plus preview and predictions. So, of course, let's look at last year, give some recap what happened last year. So, last year we had semifinals of Francisco Comensana versus Alexandre Mula and Sebastian Baez, Hugo Carabelli. We had Mula versus Baez in the final before Sebastian Baez ended up prevailing in this 500 level tournament. So for this year, some of the top seeds are one seed Francisco Cerundolo, who just won at ATP Buenos Aires. We have two-seeded Luciano Darderi, three-seeded and hometown hero Joao Fonseca, last year's winner, Sebastian Baez, last year's finalist, Alexandre Mula, Daniel Altmaier, Thomas Martin Echeverry, and Camilo Ugo Carabelli. All right, so we head into the draw reaction. Okay, for the top half, we have Francisco Cerundolo and Alexandre Muller matched up against each other. An all-Argentinian first-round match for Cerundolo versus Navone. We have Garin in here. We got Tabilo. We got Dino Prismic as well, which could be a tricky one for Alexandre Muller in the first round. All in all, I don't see too many issues for Francisco Cerundolo, and I think he will make it to the semifinal with this draw. Then in Fonseca's little mini section, he's matched up with Daniel Altmaier, an all-Brazilian first-round match versus Montero. I see Buse, Barisveda, Berrettini in this section. Pretty weak section in general, especially with how Fonseca's been playing recently and some fitness concerns for Fonseca as well. I do, though, with this draw, expect Fonseca to make it to the quarterfinals, where he could face another player that's been a little bit injured in Berrettini. Altmaier, who had the early exit in the Buenos Aires as well. This one, it's hard to see anyone besides Fonseca make it to the semifinals, but I think I'm going to go with someone besides Fonseca. I had not been impressed with Fonseca at all this year, and I'm just concerned with his level at the moment. It's just, where is it going to come from? Maybe Buse making it to the semifinals, getting past Fonseca, but yeah, not too sure. In the bottom half, we have Echeverry matched up with Sebastian Baez. We got Taberna, Pedro Martinez, Comensana, which is a little bit of a tricky first round match for Echeverry. If he gets past that one, he should be clear into the quarterfinals. I do have Echeverry versus Sebastian Baez as a quarterfinal in that one. And then as we go to the bottom half of the bottom half, we have Ugo Carabelli matched up with Luciano Darderi. We also have Kopriva, Buruchaga, Hanfman, Juan Manuel Cerundolo, which is a little bit of a tricky first round match for Darderi. All in all, I definitely expect Darderi to make it to the quarterfinals. And I would have him making the semifinals, even if he had to face against Ugo Carabelli in the quarterfinals. So with that, if we look at the top half first, I have Francisco Cerundolo over not really sure who in the semifinals, but I don't think it's going to be Fonseca. But I don't feel confident enough to pick anyone else besides Fonseca. Nonetheless, it really doesn't matter because I'll be taking Francisco Cerundolo to make it to the final. In the bottom half, I think it's going to be Echeverry versus Sebastian Baez in this quarterfinal, and I have Darderi making it to the semifinal from here. In terms of the Echeverry Sebastian Baez, you know what? I'm going to lean, this is literally 50-50. I'm going to lean slightly Sebastian Baez in that one, facing off against Luciano Darderi in the semifinal. Pretty similar to what we saw last week at ATP Buenos Aires. I think I'm just going to go Darderi to the final as well. I know that's super chalk, but I feel like Darderi just gets the job done on the clay courts, and I have Darderi versus Francisco Cerundolo in the final. I think this time, though, I think Darderi is able to get the job done. I think Darderi ends up winning the match and wins the Rio 500 level tournament in 2026.